All right, guys, we're going to get into our math. So if you would please grab your enVision workbook and something to write with. We're going to be on page 65. So if you'll get to that page, and I will go to the camera. All righty. We're on page 65. There's my 65 right there. And we're going to go ahead and correct this. You should have it done. If you didn't finish it, then I'd like to ask you to please stop the video and go finish your homework and then come back and watch it. So that way it'll make more sense and it'll actually be more meaningful to your brain, which is very important. Okay, so we're talking about our 2s and our 5s times tables. So number 1, 2 times 5 equals what? Question mark means the unknown. We don't know what the answer is there, so we're going to do something to solve it. 5 plus 5, we know is 10. 2 groups of 5, well, there's 2 5s right there, equals 10. Number 2, 2 times 4 equals unknown. 4 plus 4 equals 8. 2 groups of 4 is 8. 1 times 2 equals unknown. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 groups of 1 is 2. And you also had these times tables up here that you could refer to. All right, 5 times what equals 25? Now we can look up here to see it on one of these, or we can count by 5. So if we count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So that's 5 times 5. And if we look up here and check, 5 times 5 is 25. Okay? 3 times 5, 5, 10, 15. 35 is equal to 7 groups of, and if we look up here, 35 is equal to 7 groups of 5. Blank times 8 equals 16. So check both of these, see which one has 16. Okay? 2 groups of 8 is 16. 5 groups of 9. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So I did that 9 times. I'm going to go up here and check. 45 is right. 2 times 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. I can go up here and check. Right there. Okay. 5 times 4. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5 times 1. 5. Any number times 1 will be itself. 2 groups of 0 is nothing. 8 groups of 2, 16. What is 9 times 2? 18. Or you can do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. 5 times 8. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. What is 6 times 2? 6 plus 6 is 12. What is 5 times 0? 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. All right, make sure you've checked your answers. If you need to change anything, go ahead and do that. And then we're going to turn to page 66. We're at the very top. Number 18, Georgia is making sock puppets. Each pair of sock puppets costs $2. Georgia bought 6 pairs of socks. How much did she spend? Draw a number line to solve. Okay. All right, so she has $2. They cost $2 each. And she has 6 pairs. So 6 groups of 2, because there's 6 pairs, and each pair costs 2. She spent $12. So if we have a number line, okay, and we're going to be skip counting by 6s. We've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, So there's one jump of 6 and 2 jumps of 6 is $12. All right. Write an equation where 45 is the product. Okay, so it ends in a 5, which means I can count by 5s to get to 45. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. That's 9 times that I counted. So 9 groups of 5 equals 45, or 5 groups of 9. You can do either one. 5 groups of 9, because we know commutative property means I can switch these factors, but I still get the same answer. All right. There are 5 school days in each week. How many school days are in 9 weeks? Explain. All right. So there are 5 school days in each week. How many school days are in 9 weeks? So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Because we have 9 weeks of 5 days. So 9 times 5 is 45 days. There we go. All right. Go ahead and get everything written down. Number 21 says, Tara walks 2 miles each day. How many miles does Tara walk in a week? How did you find the answer? So, how many days are in a week? We know there are 7 days in a week. Okay. And she walks 2 miles each day. So that's 7 days times 2 miles each time. That's 14 miles she does in a week. I can skip count by 2's 7 times. So there's my explanation. Okay. Number 22. Micah drew this shape. What is the name of the shape Micah drew? Micah then drew a shape that has 2 fewer sides. What's the name of that shape? So let's count our sides. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. An 8-sided shape starts with the sound, the word octo, which means 8. So this is an octagon. Agon means shape with 8 sides. So 8 minus 2 would be 6. What shape has 6 sides? That would be a hexagon. All right, go ahead and get that written down. Number 23 says, how can adding doubles help you multiply by 2? Give an example. All right, so I'm going to write a couple sentences here. Multiplying by 2 is the same as adding see if I have enough room there, a number to itself. So like if I do 2 times 3 equals 6 is the same as 3 plus 3 equals 6. Both equal 6. Okay, so if you need need any more, you can write that answer down. You can add to the answer you have. Okay. All right, so we're going to do write the expressions in the correct column. So 2 groups of 5, 5 plus 5 would equal 10. So 10 is here. So 2 times 5. So take that off. 7 groups of 5. So if I do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, that's over here. 6 groups of 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, that would be over here. 2 groups of 6. Oh, commutative property says that goes there. 5 groups of 2 and 5 groups of 7. All right, make sure you have all of this corrected, and we will do lesson 2.2 tomorrow. But if you would do me a favor and please grab your math interactive notebook and some scissors and glue and something to write with. And then grab in your packet, grab out this stapled page that has Math Facts 5 and Math Facts 2, and then it says Topic 2, Lesson 1. So grab all of those out. So I'll give you a second to get that all out and get ready. Hopefully it's all in your bin, so it's not too hard to grab out. And we're going to open up our Math Interactive Notebook. Okay, right here. So I want you to tear off these 2 and set them to the side here. And then we're going to tear off this one. We're going to cut that out. Okay, and then you're just going to discard that extra piece. We're going to use a little glue. Okay. Go ahead and pause if you need a minute to get this glued in. And then when you unpause, we'll be working on this together. Move this out of the way here. Okay. It says, I can gain fluency in multiplication when using 2 and 5 as factors. So we're going to figure out what has ears but cannot hear. Let's solve that riddle. So we're going to go to number 1. 2 times 2. 2, 4. 5 times 2. It's 2 5s would be 10. What would 2 times 6 be? If you count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. What would 9 times 2 be? 9 plus 9 is 18. All right, I'm going to give you a few minutes. I want you to go ahead and do these and write your answer in, and then we're going to answer, we're going to go over it together. So go ahead and answer those questions first, and I will wait. I'm actually going to go grab something that we need in the next game. Okie dokie. So 7 groups of 5. We count by 5 7 times. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Or you can even make dots. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There's 6 dots there. 5, 10, 15. That's 3 dots. Counting by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20. Those 5s are easy to count by. All right, so once we have all of our answers written down, we're going to go back up here to the answer. It says A blank blank. We don't know. So number 1, the answer was 4. So we're going to go here. We find 4 is a C. Number 2 is 10. So we're going to find the 10, and that is O. Okay, I'm going to give you a minute to finish filling that in. What has ears but cannot hear? So number 3 was 12. So if we look down here, that's R. Number 4 is 18, so that was N. Number 5 was 35. That's F. Number 6 was 30. That's I. Number 7 is 15. That's E. Number 8 is 25, so that's L. And number 9 is 20, so that's D. There's your answer. What has ears but cannot hear? A cornfield. Full of ears of corn but cannot hear. All right, please make sure you get all of this written down. Get all done. And then when you're finished with that, you're going to need to grab this paper and you're going to need some dice. Okay? So I'll give you a moment to do that. It's going to be on the very next page. And I'm just going to cut this out. I'll show you how we're going to need to put this in. You'll see those scissors on the edge. See how it has scissors here and scissors here? We're going to be cutting these out to make individual windows or doors. Now, if you needed to, go back to what we just finished if you need anything else to get caught up on. We're going to cut it right above the word roll it. And then again, right above the word roll it. Okay. And then this part up here where it says roll it and solve it, that's going to be the top. So we can fold it over and put it back. And this part that we're folding over, this is where our glue is going to go. Okay, so it doesn't matter which one you put on top because they are all the same. Let me get over here, get my glue and fold it back up. Okay, so on that part that I folded, a little bit of glue along the top. And right there. Grab another one, put glue on that little folded top part. And a little bit of glue on the last one. And put it on the top there. Put it down. All right, so get this all set up. And then we're going to play. It's going to be like a little game that you're going to play. So I'm going to do an example, and then I'm going to let you do the rest, okay? So it says roll it. So I'm going to roll my dice. My first number is 3. I'm going to roll it again. 6. 3 groups of 6. So I'm going to make an array first. Oh, you know what, guys? I think maybe it might be fun to do this. Got a little window here so that they go up. So an array first. 3 groups of 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 3 groups of 6. There's my array. I can do a picture of equal groups. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then repeated addition. 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 18. All right, if you want to write down my example, you can do that, or you can do your own. But you're just going to roll this twice, draw an array that matches, equal groups, and repeated addition that goes with all of those. All right, guys, I'm going to give you a few minutes to do that, and then we're going to finish up the last part that we have to do today. So go ahead and do the 3 games. All right, did I give you enough time to play, to do some games? Okay, so if you did 1 times 6, your array would, and if you get something the same, you can always re-roll. It doesn't have to be the same. So 1 row of 6, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1 group of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And repeated addition would be 6 plus 0 equals 6. Okay, and so our answer up here would be 6. Oh, I forgot to write my answer up here. 18. Okay, so now my last one. I got a 4. Roll again. I don't want to do another 1 times 5. Okay. Four groups of 5. So my array would be 1, 2, 3, 4. And there'd be 5 in each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. My equal group would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like little footballs, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 in each group. And that would be 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 5, 10, 15, 20. All right, so make sure you have everything drawn underneath each of these. Okay? And now what we're going to do, we're going to grab that pile that had just the 5 and the 2. Okay? And we're just going to glue these in. So we're going to cut these out. I'm going to cut mine out just a little bit more. Now we don't cut in between. This is just what we call a reference. So we're going to glue this in, and these are your 5 facts and your 2 facts. Okay? Get all your garbage out of the way. And we're just going to glue those 2 in our notebook. Okay? Okay. Now these facts only go through 9. Okay, so if you're looking at these, we skip count by 2. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. What would be the next one? 10 times 2 would be 20. We're going to go up to 12. 11 times 2. So what would come after 20? 22. And 12 times 2 is 24. Okay. So you can write that in at the bottom. So make sure you didn't glue it in too close to the bottom. We want to be able to write at the bottom. Same with this one. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So let's put in our problem here. 10 times 5 equals 50. 11 times 5 equals 55. And 12 times 5 equals 60. And eventually, you guys will have all of these memorized, believe it or not. All right. So pause if you need to get this done. I want you to go ahead and pause. And then we listen to the Number Rock songs for the 2s and the 5s already. But if you enjoyed those, go back to our Bitmoji classroom and go to the Number Rock sign, the letter N on the whiteboard, and look up your 2s skip counting song and your 5 skip counting song. You can practice those. Those are fun. And tomorrow we will start on lesson 2.2, and I believe we're going to be starting on our 9s. So that will be exciting. If you need to go back and rewatch anything, rewind it, go back. Well, we call it rewind. Go back and see what you need to fill in. And I will see you tomorrow with our next lesson. All right. Thanks, guys.